Alright, so far so good still. Things are getting heated. Things are getting crazy. And this episode is no exception. Welcome to Broadcast 2 of Chapter 2 of Not for Broadcast. Don't forget, if you like the content, helps me a ton if you like, comment, or subscribe. And subscribe. I don't care. Do all three of them. Why not? What do you got to lose? It takes just a couple seconds. Anyways, enjoy. A grown-up child. You've always had dinner as a family for the important events, and tonight is no exception. Charlie ostensibly resents not being able to go to his friend's house this evening, but you can tell he's happy to be with you, really. It'll be the last time you're all going to be together for a while. So far, you've even managed to avoid fighting with Susie over politics, something Sam is no doubt grateful for. With her exams and your work, you've not seen much of Susie lately. Of course, it's not the same without your mum here, but it's nice having everyone together nonetheless. So, Alex, I believe you had a few words, Sam pointedly asks, nodding toward Susie. Your daughter cocks an eyebrow with a quizzical expression, and you can't help but see a little of yourself in it. Ah, yes, of course. Pull it. All right, if you can't, hey, if you win, I will throw you. I will send you the copy through Discord, and you mind your business. Mind your business. Oh shit! I clicked through. AMC is up $1 since this morning. Wow. Come on, honey, we're waiting. Sam says softly. You're not going to go off about the government again, are you? You're like a broken record. Susie smiles at you, a twinkle in her eye. I just wanted to say we're proud of you. Well done for getting into med school, or the thing about the government that you whippersnappers don't understand. You know what? Let's congratulate her for getting into med school. Oh, Susie's mischievous smile becomes a grin as she gets up and comes around the table and gives you a big hug. I'm going to miss you. You can see Sam start to tear up as they stand and join the embrace. Miss us? Are you going somewhere? Susie laughs, breaking the hug. No, you're not getting rid of me yet, but I'll probably have to leave when I get my first posting. Oh, hush now. Let's not talk about that. Sam cuts her off, smiling. The rest of the evening passes as a happy blur. You couldn't be prouder. Well, that's fucking dope. That was all very nice. That's all about to change. The whole thing. A sign of things to come. Oh, shit. Here we go. Shopping, something that always seemed so tedious before the sanctions, has become even more of a chore now. You managed to get almost everything you need for the family this evening, but you'll have to come back tomorrow to get through the week. There's a queue to leave the car park, though it's hard to make out why in the dark. Hopefully whatever's causing it won't be long. As the final car in front of you drives off, you realize the queue is actually due to a checkpoint set up at the exit. A friendly-looking man in an advanced uniform CCO emblazoned in a number of places on it approaches your car and knocks on the driver's side window. Right? Dude, epic music. Good evening. Nothing to worry about. I was just wondering if I could see your team membership card, please. Weren't these cards supposed to be voluntary? I'm sorry, I don't have one. Ah, well that's not a problem. We've got forms with us right here, and we're more than happy to sign you up. The man gestures to his colleagues behind him, a young woman in a similar uniform. She clearly received the short end of the stick and is stuck with the paperwork. Well, I suppose I might as well as you're here, or I thought these cards weren't required. Well, strictly speaking, they're not, but there's also loads of benefits to having them and no reason not to get one. His smile fades a bit, and when he puts a hand up to scratch the back of his neck for a moment, he leans over you, his presence now seeming a little intimidating. You make a good point, sign me up. Or, no thanks, it's not something I want right now. Almost instantly, the friendly demeanor is gone and his expression is one of stern disapproval. Well, obviously I can't make you sign up, but I would strongly recommend you do, and soon. We wouldn't want people to think you had anything to hide, would we? He takes a step back and gestures for you to drive on. You're sure you see him write something down in your rearview mirror as you head home somewhat more hurriedly than before. Clearly, Advance are very keen on everyone joining the team. An invitation worth ignoring? It's a Saturday, one of your few days off, and you've made the most of it, but as late afternoon draws on, the invitation sits pinned to the fridge, staring accusingly at you. The Channel 1 Gala is a mandatory work event, Bozeman was very quick to tell you. Also, don't you dare be late. You've already skipped a work weekend once. You can't do it again. Or you can live with another note. We actually, yeah, we skipped the last time. We're not going to skip this one. Let's start getting ready. You wonder if Sam will give you a lift. A drink or two might help with the enforced office socializing. Hopefully it won't be too bad. After all, you're pretty good at your job, right? Oh, a national news night. See, this is new. You arrive on time, barely, at the Sylvanian, one of the oldest and grandest hotels in the capital. You're surprised to see a queue to get in and quickly realize it's because people are being searched at the door by some very military-looking personnel in smart attire. While you're waiting, you can't help but notice just how very opulent the building is. Possibly the fanciest place you've been to in your life. You submit to being patted down and, with a sigh of relief, are let into the hotel. Once inside, you're directed to the grand ballroom, and following the signs, you marvel at the sheer scale of the place and the amount of armed security guards. When you finally arrive, a very severe-looking woman at the door asks what your name is. I'm Alex Winston. She curtly checks her list before whispering something to the waiter beside her. You've made it just in time to be seated before dinner. Please follow Emmanuel here to your table. The waiter smiles at you and opens one of the great double doors, gesturing for you to enter. Immediately, you can see why it's called the grand ballroom. You pause for a second to take it all in. They all have their own bottle of wine? You feel a slight tap on your arm, and Emmanuel gestures for you to follow him. He seats you at a table away from the central floor area, half under a set of stairs. Your view of the stage is, at best, partially blocked. Bozeman's definitely not happy with you at the moment. You're sat with some colleagues you've heard of around the Channel 1 offices before, but haven't met. For the most part, they're considered slackers at best and about to be fired at worst. What category do you fit in? As the evening goes on, you hear Jeremy Donaldson receive an award for outstanding contributions to journalism. Terry, have a good one. Like I said, if you win, I'll send you the... Oh, wait. You already won one, didn't you? What am I talking about? Not unusual, apparently. Oh, wait. You also hear Megan Wolf accepting it on his behalf as he hasn't turned up to the event. Not unusual, apparently, but it's hard for you to tell much from your limited view under the stairs. You also notice a community cohesion officer hovering near your table. You could swear they're listening into your conversation. A few glasses of, no doubt, very expensive wine later, you see Bozeman speaking to a few specific tables, joined by what looks like Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. This is confirmed by an unimpressed nod from the CCO when you ask them, perhaps a little too loudly. Their presence sparks a debate between those at your table about the virtues of both Advance and Disrupt. You espouse how Advance is making the country a better place. You argue in favor of Disrupt and their ideals of freedom. That one. You end up talking and staying later than you thought you would, despite yourself. Sam isn't best pleased when you keep them waiting outside for 20 minutes. But it wasn't an entirely terrible evening in the end. You'd still rather have been at home, though. Maybe you'll skip the next one. Great. Somebody overheard me talking about Disrupt. Here we go. Shit's about to get real, yo. Oh wait, this is only broadcast 2 of, broadcast 2 of episode 2. You can build the broadcast of your dreams or nightmares in free play mode. I love this song. Oh, what's this? I has a tweet. Alright. Power on. Oh, this is the heat wave one. Shit.
I see you've let the trip switch blow. No surprises there. It blew because those valves are overheating in this heat wave. Keep them cool with the fan. Point it up and down to cool whichever valve is overheating. And to keep an eye on the fan's power switch. It's as useless as, well, you, frankly. It keeps switching off and you'll need to turn it back on again when it does. The gauge in the front view will give you an indication when things are hotting up, and hopefully even someone with your attention span will hear the damn thing sizzling. Don't lose control of the room.
Come to Bumlands.
I'm sweating like Peter Clement in an off-risers here.
Okay, we're working on it.
What, you've got someone to hose down the sun, have you?
Yes, they've just strapped on their wax wings.
classical illusions are no substitute for air conditioning.
You know, I genuinely thought you'd be in a better mood today. She's not even here.
Yes, but he is.
From what I
Our
understand,
gun-toting
yes.
handler.
Who, Andy?
I don't know what the fuck his name is, do I?
He's here to keep us safe from people like Disrupt.
More like keep us in line. I hate guns. Give me the willies.
10 seconds, everybody.
So we've got any actual real news tonight?
Well, the world's on fire. That good enough for you? Going in 5, 4, 3.
Here we go.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Siege mentality. The World Council today established a military blockade to enforce the unjust and punitive sanctions now entering their 10th week. In a statement
same
from team
picture.
headquarters a short time ago, Prime Minister Julia Salisbury issued a commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
The regrettable decision taken by the World Council this morning have left the citizens of this country isolated and fearful. But Advance have prepared for this day. Our stockpiles are large, our wealth is unfathomable, and we will defend our citizens with every last breath from this latest brutal and calculated act of war. We are with you, one team. Indivisible and strong.
Not so,
Thank you.
Three's a crowd. It seems the celebrity wedding
so
of the
confident.
decade might have been a touch busier than expected. In a photo leaked today, it appears the union of football star Johnny Hamsleeves and his bride, Tiffany Lamour, may have had a few uninvited guests. Hundreds lined the street to celebrate with the happy couple. Eyewitnesses say a cheer went up as the blushing bride passed by in her carriage, shaped like a bacon sandwich, which is said to be either a protest against the meat industry or a mix-up at the carriage factory. In it to win it, exciting news from Advance today with the announcement of a new monthly prize draw for all team membership card holders. Every month, lucky winners from across the country will be picked at random to receive what Team HQ are describing as unique prizes worth more than money used to be. Take-up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, and if this lucky winner's delighted face is anything to go by, it looks like pretty soon everyone's going to have one. Hard pill to swallow. Throngs of men take the streets in
cool that
response to
shit
the release
down.
of new pharmaceutical responsibility. Remington Smith's revolutionary male contraceptive pill first hit our shelves earlier this month, and as a result, scores of men have been queuing around the block and around the clock ever since. Pharmacies up and down the territory report they are unable to meet the demand for the wildly popular drug, with some customers camping outside for upwards of 72 hours. Satisfied CEO Sophia Remington says they've scaled up production and will soon have manufactured enough to satisfy even the randiest of consumers. Leaders shipping out. The trapped scientists undertaking a bold escape from Dante's taint have revealed which of their two erstwhile leaders will spearhead their journey to freedom. While throughout their careers it's been clear that Doctors Wong and Swartzborg and Horgensford have worked best together, it
love
seems
their
one
names.
of them is now going to be taking a back seat. Ingrid has always been the tempered coolant to David's flagellized metal, so it's no surprise that with the unexpected challenges the team have faced, they chose her methodical and effective approach to getting the team home safely. Critics, however, have speculated that her strategy may be delayed, as her name takes much longer to say. Life during wartime. As if we didn't have enough aggressors on our borders, internal problems are growing for the government as radical activist group Disrupt caused chaos in Parliament Park last night. Scuffles broke out after the protest, resulting in multiple arrests and the injury of 3 community cohesion officers. Advance have yet to comment. The reckless fire will certainly be remembered by all those who have seen these striking images. As their actions escalate, people across the country are asking themselves, who are Disrupt and what exactly do they want? Other than a new box of matches, of course. All this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating medical conditions, as well as one of the contenders in this year's Feline Football Championship and her proud owner. That's all up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Oh, and we got... Sorry. Shit. God, this one's becoming like a nightmare. Alright, sounds good, Kitsune.
But first tonight, our team of correspondents has been dispatched to every corner of the country to see how the people of this great nation of ours are coping with this unprecedented hot weather. First, let's go to Megan Wolf in Shining-on-Sea to see what the scientific community has to say. Megan, how's the weather there?
It's absolutely glorious, Jeremy. Thank you for asking. I'm here with Dr. Anna Burns at the University of Princeton. Are you enjoying the weather as much as I am?
Oh, yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? My eyelids are sweating.
And you're part of the team carrying out a study into just what's causing
My eyelids are sweating.
unbelievable heat. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, we want to be able to reassure the public once and for all that there's absolutely nothing to worry about and that they can enjoy their sunstroke and fossil fuels in peace.
You sound very confident about that.
Oh, very much so. I can say without any hesitation, there's really no cause for any concern here. I've actually left my car running.
So tell us about this experiment.
Well, we take data from weather stations from all over the world, along with atmospheric samples, and we take all that and we feed it into this state-of-the-art computer, and very soon we'll be getting a high-tech readout of the results.
Blimey, that sounds very fancy.
I should just say, none of this would be possible without the generous support of Remington's Fist. This is all thanks to their unrivaled investment in our future, and may I just say, complimentary personal anecdote. Oh, here we go.
Come on, cool down, dude.
And, as expected, everything is absolutely fucked. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
This can't be right.
Right, but obviously you said a second ago that everything is absolutely fine, so, you know.
Well, actually, under concern level, it just says, why, God, why?
We should be celebrating these wonderful results, I think. There we are.
We need to evolve gills within 40 years.
You look thirsty.
Here it just says, shit, shit, shit.
Look at you. This is meant to be a celebration. Can't go around looking like that.
Shit, shit,
there you go.
shit,
Much
shit.
better. Can I just say thank you again to Sophia Remington for providing all of this.
Everyone, we don't have long. Time is running
It's
out.
running out. Absolutely right. That is all we have time for.
Abandon hope and return to the forest.
There you are. Enjoy that. I'd like to thank Dr. Burns for just one opinion on the climate.
The sea will reclaim us all.
There you have it, Jeremy. Proof, if proof be need be, that everything is just fine. I'm Megan Wolf, here with science. Back to you.
Here with
Megan
science.
Wolf there, attempting to do some actual news. Next, heads over to Robin Short, who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's team membership lottery. Robin?
Thanks, Jeremy. I'm here in Scritchford with Gary Failsafe, a janitor at the local school, and Amelia Jackhammer, an aspiring poet. Both of you were drawn at random from those who hold team membership cards to receive this week's amazing prize. How do you feel?
Filled with fervent euphoria.
Yeah, good, yeah.
And all that we had to do was fill in a quick form or two.
Wow, that sounds so convenient, but we're all dying to know. What have you won?
That's right, Robin. I've won dinner with Julius Salisbury at one of the capital's top restaurants.
Ooh, swanky.
And I've been invited to Peter Clement's house to help him dredge the gutter in.
That's absolutely terrific. You must both be over the moon.
I've written a poem about it.
So, can you tell me about the moment when you first heard the news?
Well, I was battling against a particularly difficult floater, probably one of the sixth formers, when the headmaster came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict with a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds?
No, I don't like to polish them. I like to keep them intact for my collection.
Oh,
Blech.
how unexpected.
I don't polish turds, I write poetry.
Potato, potato. So Gary,
Do you think Peter Clement's going to let me keep the contents of his downpipe?
there's no harm in asking, I suppose.
Would you like to hear one?
Gross.
No, thank you. Gary, when you signed up for team membership, was it in hopes of winning the lottery or were there other reasons?
I like a flutter, of course, but no, the boss said I had to sign up to keep coming into school.
Very sensible. It's important to know who we're trusting around our children.
Oh, I have an unpublished book of sonnets about children. Perhaps you'd like to hear one.
No!
Or an anthology of haikus on the death of innocence.
I'd rather hear about Gary's turn collection.
We are in a heat. Really? We're in a heat wave.
I thought you might say that.
Oh.
Are you all right?
Yes, it's coming. It's inspiration and it's delicious.
Right you are.
Today on the show there's no news. Just a man who keeps multiple poos.
Yeah, this big one's my favourite. See how it's fibrous, really lovely texture.
It's literally a collection of poops.
Encourage other people to enter for their chance to win.
If it's colour you're looking for, take a gander at old Blue Eyes here.
The national news lost its way when it covered some crap on a tray.
Some of these are quite rare.
Maybe that was unfair.
And that's all we have time for today. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Robin. What a lucky pair they are. And finally in this segment, it's over to Patrick Bannon, who's gone to the smelliest town in the country to see how the unprecedented weather is affecting the locals. Patrick?
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes. I'm here live in Grizzleford, which has recently voted the smelliest town in the country. And I have to say that, you know, in this heat, the smell really is. I mean, it's something else. Barry Lardons, mate, you've lived here your whole life. How'd you put up with the stink?
Well, we're just all very proud of our achievement, to be honest with you. You can tell that looking proud as punch.
Oh shit! Hold up. Wait a minute. Did I just see my boy, Mr. Green Elite, raid this stream at the end of his stream? My boy. Hold on. Let's take a look at something real quick. Let's take a little move over to the trippy side. No? Question mark? Def not? Are you sure? Are you sure about that, buddy? Are you 100% sure? Anyways, hey, thank you for the raid, my guy. First off, I wanted to say I love your face. Also, I've been keeping up with the all positive stuff since the beginning of the game, so that's on you, my guy. Second off, much fucking love to you. Here, let's move this down a little bit. For some reason, I'm a little grainy down here. Let's do it this way. All right, and I wanted to like maybe show your friends something cool, like maybe a raid video like this.
Hold on.
Look, it's an NSYNC joke. You get it? Do you get it? Oh my god. Damn, dude. God damn it.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Why?
Lucas.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
Look, get that Portuguese out of here, okay?
That was French, but okay. Jojo, pose. Pose. Pose.
I want everyone to do a T-pose,
Jojo,
damn it.
Pose. I don't know if I could find a stick big enough to beat a bear off. So thanks for the raid, my guy. Once again, I fucking love your face. So here we go. We are in the second broadcast of the final episode, or of episode 2 of the last one that we have. And at the end of the third broadcast, we will be giving away 3 more game keys. So if you have not entered for your chance to win, please do so. ! Raffle.
Do you know what it's like, son? Being the second smelliest town? No, I don't. Living in the shadow of Arseminster. Those smug fucks. But who's laughing now, eh?
So what, not me, that's for sure. So what happened, mate?
Right, the good people from Remington's Fist came in and saved the day with their factory.
You're talking, of course, about the newly built flour factory.
Yeah, they gave us this big presentation on jobs and growth. But as soon as we heard about the stench, we paid them whatever they wanted to put it here.
Does this stink not affect your life in every way, Barry? I mean, perhaps if you're filling in a tax return or completing the physical act of love.
It's strong at first, but you get used to it after several weeks of your first bout of sickness. The judges were very impressed.
So, what's the sickness?
Oh, that's nothing to worry about. It takes a few minutes before you develop any symptoms. Now, folk are saying something about the production line and how they dump carcasses directly into the water main, but I think it's probably the few valves on the high street.
On the high street? Should I see a doctor? What are the symptoms?
Well, the first one is asking stupid questions. Then folk experience a loss of inhibition.
Fuck off, do they? When was the last time you brushed your teeth, you stinking old tramp?
Next according is a period of randomly bursting into song, followed immediately by delusions of grandeur.
Oh, that's not really a problem. I've never sung in my life. Hello, it's sexy Patrick Bannon, and he's wearing sexy shorts now. Oh my God, look at me. I'm like a stallion. I'm gorgeous. Why didn't you tell me? I should take my shirt off. You know what? I'll even let you touch me if you want.
That will be the bout of undeserved self-confidence.
Love the Bannon. Feel the Bannon. Oh, mate.
And the ennui. All that's left now...
Between a raid and a host? Okay, so, a host is when... So, anytime you raid, it's like automatically you're also hosting. I would kind of wish Stream Elements would fix that, where if a raid happens, it doesn't show both, just because it is kind of like asinine in a way. But a host is where like you go into somebody's chat and you just put them on and host them on your channel, right? A raid is when you finish your stream and you take all of you take all your viewers and everything over to somebody else's stream. It's usually common, it's like common practice to do a raid at the end of every stream. But yeah, hosting's typically something that's done offline. But since you are raiding your stream into another stream, it's automatically hosting because then that stream's being shown on your channel.
And unconsciousness.
Nana Dottie? Is that you? Why are you made out of elbows? You know I don't eat opinions.
Oh, don't worry, folks. Once he wakes up, he'll be just fine. We'll just find a place to stick him where it won't matter how many times he evacuates his bowels.
Welcome back, buddy.
Right. That's all here.
Hey, Killer Kitsune, thank you for that host.
Really
oh, shit.
Making a stink. I'm Barry Lardons. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Barry. With a naval blockade being set up around our coastline as we speak, when we come back, I'll be talking to 3 members of the general public who appear to be here purely for medical reasons. Don't go away. Unless, of course, you've got something better to do. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, man.
Stupid, even for you.
I don't care. It's done. I am done. It's 200 fucking degrees in here, and I can't do this anymore.
You say this every Friday.
I've done something.
What do you mean?
I don't have to here because it's not being. If it's not being broadcast on that big screen over there, I don't have to. On that on the right screen, I don't have to censor.
We've got none of that, but I can tell you what we do have. New cars.
Shut up.
Colourful germ pair. This way.
I'm not showing the tape.
Stay with us in our
I'm not showing the tape. I'm not going to do it.
Facilities you'd expect. Water. Grass. Hey, shoot.
Even the weather will be more fucking relevant than this.
Jeremy, please, just breathe. It's just something light to keep people's minds off things.
Exactly, which is wrong. People's minds should be very
There was
much
nothing for me
on
to
things.
censor.
Christ, it's so fucking hot.
Please take your seats as quickly as you can.
I can't do this anymore, Jenny. I've had enough. That's it. This is just
10 seconds. Get over yourself, Jeremy. Why don't you stop feeling sorry for yourself for 5, 4, 3.
Oh, this whole part.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, your host, Jeremy Donaldson.
Nope.
Later,
Absolutely
we'll
not.
be talking to the captain of the territory's first cat football team, Professor Pumpkin. But first, I'm joined by 3 guests with some balmy bodily behaviours. Joining me is a woman who's been hiccuping for over 9 months. Isn't that right, Miss Piercy?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Tell us, what brought all this on?
Well, it's all a bit of a blur, Jeremy, to be totally frank with you. So I was watching your show and I remember seeing the news about the election and it hasn't stopped since.
Fascinating stuff. Also here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological foreboil is.
I'm here to say it's high time people like me were respected. We're constantly overlooked in the workplace, we're whispered about on buses, and we're asked politely to leave children's birthday parties. And it's disgusting. I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed at him. How do you cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze, self-hatred, and hardcore pornography.
Is that right?
Not according to my therapist.
Whoops.
Well, in that case, let's speak to Rose. Tell me, how does it
Oh, no, hey, don't worry about that, friend. I
get
appreciate
shushed
you
a
being
lot,
here.
Which is hard. At work, they've asked me to stop answering the phones. It's really affected my confidence.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
Do people tend to believe your story?
Fuck no.
Actually, I've been surprised at how much support I've received.
And Frankie, why have you come here today?
Because my wife left me, and I was hoping that the fame would win her back.
We've started a group for people with ailments deemed broadly comical by society. It's called Take Us Seriously.
That's right. And we bloody well mean it.
And who's joined so far?
A bunch of fucking losers.
It's just us so far.
And how much success have you had?
Well, we've seen some real positive changes.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's been a runaway success.
Shit all. Not a single person come to our fun run,
Shit.
and all of our leaflets fell in the canal.
Well, Miss Piercy,
Whoops.
some people are saying your condition...
All right, I love you, Green.
But a shocking event...
I'll holler at you later, boo-boo.
What do you think?
Come down, Mr.
Yeah.
That's absolute rubbish.
What it'd be like to have a pair of tits.
Could you?
Watch. You lose viewership.
Very hot. What was I thinking?
That you're a team fuck puppet?
No.
Or a sellout cunt?
Apologies. Just a reminder that he can't help it. And hey, if this isn't live television,
Mwah.
then what is it?
A fuckfest of propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Right, Frankie, Rose, tell us, how can the viewers get involved with your cause?
Yes, we're holding a sponsored run in Capital Park next weekend. It's called the No Smiles 13 Miles.
No, it's called the No Laugh Half. What did I say before the show?
That it was the team pulling Jeremy Donaldson's strings.
No, I didn't say,
Wow, we may have to end that there, unfortunately. What a harmless
I'm not
bit of
editing
fun.
that.
Steady on!
Wants to watch Wreck-It Ralph?
About.
Yes, I will, here in a little while. I'll holler at you.
Later, I'll be talking to Professor Pumpkin. A ginger tabby with a world-class pair of penalty paws. Is that really necessary?
No, it isn't. Let go. Not you.
Unhand him at once.
Enough! That's enough!
And shit hits the fan.
What are you doing?
Trying not to piss myself.
Alex,
Don't you dare!
Nope.
Don't you fucking dare cut to the ads before I tell you to. Now, you in the broadcast centre, Bozeman's little scapegoat, you listen to me. You cut to the ads before I tell you to, and I will kill every single person in this studio.
Jeremy,
I am thinking about what I'm doing. I've been thinking about it for a long time. We all should be. Christ, it's so fucking hot in here. Do you remember when we used to do the real news? Before it was all lottery winners and...
I just realized, you think I'm not censoring because you're still hearing them cuss. Okay, so everything on the left screen is 100% live. If I were to be playing the audio from the right screen, if I were to take those the two knobs over there and flip them, then you would hear the censorship because you would be hearing what's on the right screen, not the left screen. That's why it doesn't seem like why it doesn't look like I'm censoring, but I am. It just hit me that that's what that is. Yeah, dude, shit's about to get spicy.
Bloody cat football? We are on the brinks of a siege the likes of which the world hasn't seen in hundreds of years. The enemy is at the gates, and I'm stuck here talking to these three fucking idiots.
I think my hiccups have stopped.
You three, get the fuck out of my studio. Go on, now, go.
This
Before I
shit,
change
yeah.
my mind.
Yeah, there's like a, yeah. Because, like, watch, I'll show
Jenny,
you.
lock the doors.
I'll do this.
Lock the doors. Lock the doors.
Yes, Jeremy.
Now, good.
So now you're hearing everything that's on this screen.
You in the broadcast centre. Alex, you listen to me. You pay attention. Now, I'm sure you've already loaded up exactly what you're going to play in the commercial, but today is going to be a little bit different. Look to your right.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Yes, really. Look to your right.
I'm not going to do it this time.
VHS tape, and I want you to load it into one of the machines, and when I say so, and not before, you play it. You've got about 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. Now, all cameras, all of you, on me.
You see, like, watch.
When we come back, we're going to news.
There you go.
Because every single thing, either one-sided or banal, we're going to show the other side for a bit. For a bit of fucking balance. Like the good old days. Alex, play the fucking tape.
No.
No, I don't want to hurt any of you.
Nope, not doing it.
See, anything I don't like, I will not hesitate to start by killing this man. Now, reset the system for the third segment. I imagine the ratings are going to be through the roof.
Yeah.
I know the prices are mental. If you're boiling hot and you're thinking, I need to get cool.
I'm not playing the video.
We've got the aircon on. We're serving up
Because
ice
without
creams to
spoiling
all the
anything,
customers, but
I
our
know
prices
what
are
happens when you play that video.
Kid with a cold. It's on the floor. Yes, they're dropping every day. We've got crazy.
What's on the tape?
paddling balls, ornamental paddling balls, big balls,
It's
little balls,
Disrupt,
tiny
the protest organization, or whatever, the anti-government organization. And I don't want to say what happens after you play it, but you find out some things about it, and it causes some really dramatic events to happen.
If your favorite hobby is ice sculpting, what's the
Why didn't they play it? Alex, what the heck is wrong with you? You had a chance to make a real fucking difference.
Jeremy, calm down.
You fucking calm down. How long?
8 seconds.
You. What's your name?
Andy.
Of course it fucking is.
Jeremy, put the gun down, please.
How long?
We're going live now.
Welcome back to what's left of the National Nightly News. Our main story tonight. There is a fucking massive military blockade being set up around this country. We are surrounded and outgunned, as incidentally am I. Now, I have asked for all the security doors to be locked, the studio doors to be locked, but security is on its way. So, I doubt we'll have much time. But while there is, let's try and do the fucking news. Our first guest tonight is Jenny. She works here in production, and earlier today, she told me she put forward several news stories. Older viewers will remember those, but they've all been rejected. So tell us, Jenny, what's somehow less important than Barnum and Bailey's Amazing Shit Circus and Commander Pumpernut, the fucking cat footballer?
It's Professor Pumpkin.
Really, Jenny? There isn't much time. Come on, just one real news story.
I don't know, I can't think. I'm trying.
Christ! You haven't even taken into public ownership yet. I mean, might as well be run from Julia fucking Salisbury's no doubt immaculate kill room.
You want to leave her alone?
And this gallant knight, in slightly shattered armour, is Andy. He's a CCO. What's that stand for, Andy?
Community Cohesion Officer.
And what does that mean, Andy?
Well, we aim to strive...
No, you utter prick. I mean, what does that mean? What is a CCO? What are you?
Community...
Policeman! You're a policeman, a fucking policeman!
Yeah, that's what we used to be called.
Used to be? It was less than 2 months ago. What the hell is wrong with you all? Jenny, any recollections yet?
Nothing springing to mind.
All right then. Looks like you're in the hot seat, Andy. Exciting, eh? I mean, that's what you joined up for, wasn't it? Excitement? Is this your first hostage situation?
Yeah.
Yes. Pretty shitty you ended up being the hostage, eh? Never mind. How many people have you arrested for not carrying or having their ID cards?
Well, firstly, we don't arrest anymore. We invite for consultation. And they're not ID cards.
Don't be a bellend all your life, Andy. You know what I mean. Answer the question.
Well, it shouldn't have to be a big deal to prove who you are.
Only the guilty have something to fear?
Well, yes, actually.
How desperately naive.
Look, I'm just a police officer. The fucking CCO.
Just following orders?
Oh, come on, mate. That's not fair.
It was rhetorical. Jenny, ready to spill the beans yet?
Jeremy, please stop. I'm scared. Alex didn't even play your tape. This is pointless. It's over, Jeremy.
I was going to quit tonight. had notes. See? There's a recording. A VHS tape. A message from Disrupt. I haven't heard it, but I know what it's trying to say, and I wanted you at home to hear it. To listen to the other side and make up your own minds. But Alex Winston, who works in production, decided it was not for your eyes and ears. It was not for broadcast. Maybe Alex will play it after the next break. Doesn't matter. Tomorrow morning it will arrive in every major news broadcaster worldwide. But I wanted you to hear it first. To listen to what Disrupt had to say about this unreported country. Because Disrupt and I, well, we swapped places while I wasn't looking. They're now the ones investigating, looking for evidence, trying to make the world a better place. And me? I'm in this newsroom interviewing Jeff fucking Algebra. What Disrupt have to say is important. You might not agree with all of it, but you should still hear it and make up your own minds.
Are you serious? Disrupt, a credible source. You get more objectivity out of Alan fucking James.
Oh my God, are you being deliberately obtuse? Why can't any of you understand there's no such thing as a credible news source anymore? Aaron! Shit!
Oh,
Aaron!
shit.
Oh shit, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
He's bleeding. It's in his shoulder.
First aid! Whoa, we need first aid.
He doesn't need first aid, he needs a fucking ambulance.
Paramedics. There'll be paramedics for the security.
Unlock those doors.
No! Don't do that!
Jeremy, he's bleeding. He could die.
Yes, but if you open the door, that's a gift.
How did you think this was going to end?
Why are you even here today? It's supposed to be your day off!
My date cancelled. I thought it'd be more fun to be here than moping around at home. Truth be told, I wanted to see you. Being annoyed with you is like wearing a comfy jumper.
I think that's the nicest thing you've said to me.
Let's not make it the last.
Right. All remaining cameras on me. In a minute, I'm going to ask Jenny to unlock the doors. Now, that will mean Aaron, our cameraman, can get the medical attention he needs. I should imagine I'll get arrested for this. It wasn't the graceful. I had a speech. I was meant to be resigning with a flourish of honour. A last hurrah! I was going to wish you all one last peaceful night. Can't see that happening now. Still, I want to have one last stab at the news before I go. You see, there's so much more we're not telling you. There's large groups of scientists, and they're testing something. Something loud and something. What was that? I didn't think it over there. Why did
Miss,
shoot him?
stay back, please. Mr. Donaldson,
Stand
you
back,
have
Jenny.
10 seconds to lower your weapon. If you do not comply, we will open fire.
God,
10.
cut to the ads.
9.
Alex, cut
8,
to the ads.
7.
Jeremy,
6.
for God's
5.
sake, put the gun down.
4. 3. 2.
I think we both know I wouldn't do very well in prison.
Jeremy, no! Jeremy!
Probably cut to the ads now. I don't care about my grade. Because now I'm playing the ad. Now I'm playing the thing.
Yeah. You've seen our symbols on your walls. You've heard them talk about us on the news. We are Disrupt. We are the Resistance. It's time you knew the truth. You know Advance are lying to you. You know the elderly are not a burden. You know the rich were not all evil. And you know the team membership...
Bro, like, I was having a panic attack with, like, when he started hyperventilating and everything, I was over here, like...
Why should you trust us?
Damn.
Another faceless organization. A shadowy figure with a distorted voice. You've seen it so many times in the movies. Well, this is not a movie.
My name is Alan James. I used to try and shock people for a living, for entertainment. But now we live in a time where perhaps you need to be shocked. Perhaps we need to wake up. Advance are coming for our freedoms. They are coming for the fruits of our labors. They will take our wealth. They will euthanize our parents and smiling throughout. They will turn our children against us if we voice our concerns. But you don't have to accept it. A great many
Dude, I'm
people already
telling
won't.
you.
You can resist. You can
Paul
disrupt.
killed it
Find
with
us.
this role.
Talk with us. Join us. It isn't hard. We're everywhere.
I did great until that last one. A generous bonus. You know what sucks? I got the generous bonus because I showed him die. And that's what bums me out about it. But people think less of advanced and more of disrupt, and that's my doing. And on to the last of it.